Hey, I'm your host, Deborah Antley, Restore Hope Empowerment Center. We have been talking about sexual trauma. We've talked about the PTSD. We've talked about how it has caused us to be withdrawn. It's talked about how we have been isolated. We've talked about how some of these things have happened in our childhood. And now that we are adults, especially males, it affects us the worst. Why? Because we're afraid to open up. So now let's talk about the recovery process. Hey, we got 3 minutes, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about healing doesn't mean forgetting traumatic experience or not having emotional pain. Healing may mean fewer symptoms. What I dealt with the last couple of months, I'm no longer dealing with it as much. Symptoms that are less disturbing. There's some things I can sit through. There's some conversations I can have with you and it's less disturbing. Before I couldn't sit through this. Before I couldn't have this conversation. Greater confidence in your ability to cope with your memories and reaction. Greater confidence. I'm having more confidence in myself, in my ability. Before I was in pieces. I had no confidence. I didn't think that I could do it or I could overcome or live through this. Now I have the confidence to cope with some of the memories and the reactions. My reactions are different because my confidence level is different. An improved ability to manage your emotions. My emotions are not all over the place anymore. They don't take over anymore. Instead, I know how to control my emotions. The things that used to trigger my emotions, the things that used to trigger my past, the things that used to trigger me, and I would go off on the deep end, no longer trigger me as they used to, meaning that the recovery process is working. There are things you can do to help your recovery. Respect the way you feel and your right to feel that way. If no one else respects the way that you respect the way that you feel. And guess what? You have the right to feel that way. Why? Because you're the one who experienced the traumatic event in your life. No one else did. So now respect that. Talk about your feelings with people you trust. Open up with people that you trust and let them know it wasn't easy, but I'm finally taking control of my life. This thing is not controlling me. What happened in my past no longer controls me. I am taking control of my life.